doing, man. It's awesome.
Okay guys, update. I'm gonna install the torque converter, flex plate, and the tone ring, which is for the spark on the crank sensor. But I wanted to show you this real quick. This thing came in super handy. Again, I have quick jack so I can get the car up really high, but the little lift table that I got from Harbor Freight serves wonderfully as a transmission jack. And I can access the foot from outside of the car. I can stand up and give it some foot action. This thing damn near lifted the whole car. So yeah, just giving you a heads up. This is probably a good idea because my goodness, I'm able to do this pretty effortlessly, and I can just use this little lever to bring it down. So let me do that. Should I do that live or should I wait? Let me see. Yeah, let me get it right before I break something live. Oh, I think I got it, guys. I think I got it. Let me see. Let's do it live. Oh, dude. Bro. Dude, this is so weird to have tools. It's like the weirdest feeling, but there you go. All right, I got 3 bolts up there, so hopefully that's enough to let her down. Damn, it's just, there you go. Look at that. Dude, I'm telling you, this thing's badass. I love that I bought it. $200, well spent. It's in. I gotta finish that cross member because I'm missing one of the little black bushing spacers, so I gotta find it. I hated that I just went flying it, just grew legs. But here you go, got the torque converter on, spaced properly, got the adapter, the little pilot adapter in there. There's plenty of slack. There's about a 5/8 gap, not even, maybe a 1/2 inch gap. So it came in nicely. It actuated the pump nicely. It's weird. The Fox body seems to have more room for a turbo 400 than an S197 does. It's kind of odd how it seemingly looks like it's pretty comfortable in there. I thought it was going to be really difficult to get at, but everything seems to be accessible, which is extremely odd to me. So I'll just make sure everything's short up here. I'll get the starter on. What I want to do next is I want to mess around with the S197, but let me keep going on this guy to keep the videos all the same. I don't want to have a video that has the Fairmont and the S197 in it, but the next steps with this car, because turn the light off. I'm gonna leave it like this because I am done for the day. I don't want to be out here at night. I want to go out there and go for a cruise, get a shower, get some toto, whatever pops up. So the next step, probably for Ryan's sake, is to buy the carburetor and the hat. So once the carburetor and hat are in, then he can probably visualize how everything is going to go turbo-wise, whether we're going to have a big single over here, or we're going to do 2 turbos. Who knows? But there's room. See, that's the nice thing. There's a lot of room down there, and that's the reason I wanted to do the front tubular K-member, or the front tubular front end on this car, so that I can have a lot of room and options for turbo stuff. So seemingly, looks to be like I'm going to have a decent amount of room back there. But for now, that's the update on the Fairmont. Got the transmission in with the torque converter. I got to find that little black bushing that went flying, so I actually finish the cross member. Yeah, just gonna keep on chugging. Hey guys, it's Alex. Today I'm gonna do a test that I'm not sure is gonna yield any gains, because it's one of those things that is subjective. So I want to go ahead and put on a set of skinnies on the S197. Do sort of like a stage 1 weight reduction deal where I make a couple of changes just to see if it makes a difference at all. I have access to a bunch of parts from the GT500, so I'm like, let me try to at least use some of those parts since the GT500 is sitting until the motor gets done. So the plan is to do something like you would do at home, like a stage 1 weight reduction situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install a set of skinnies on the car, the Bellax skinnies with, I think, ET Street skinnies. I'll show you the part number and I'll show you the tread of what it looks like and everything. And then I'm going to take the passenger seat out. This is what you would do at home if you were to go to the track and you have a daily driver. Like, let's say this would be like a daily driver, and you wanted to, let's say the cars run 12.2 like this one has, and you want to see if it makes a difference at all. The weather's the same today, in the 80s, muggy, but we ran 12.2 in similar weather. So what I want to do is install the skinnies, show you that process. Should I just install the skinnies and run it and then take the seat out to see what the skinnies themselves do for weight reduction? Or should I do it all at once? Honestly, I love killing two birds with one stone. Doing multiple runs with multiple changes just gets muddy to me. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take the passenger seat out, like a stage one weight reduction, and a set of skinnies. We'll weigh the Brembo wheels versus the skinnies. We'll see what the difference is, and we'll see if this thing can go 12.1, 12.0. I don't think it's worth 2/10, but we'll see if removing a seat and putting on a set of skinnies on the same tune with about a half tank of E85 yields any gains over the 12.2 that it had previously set with full weight, full interior, E85, PMAS, LU47s, and ultimate headers, long tube headers. So as many of you know, this thing has Brembo package wheels. It's a factory option, and if you check the certain box. So I know for a fact these suckers are heavy, but I'm not sure if my 17-inch Bellac fronts fit it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out a Bellac and weigh it, then put it on this car and see what the weight is of a Brembo wheel, just to see how much we're saving. This is the wheel I'll be putting on. It's a 17-inch Bellac with a 27 by 5 by 17 front ET Street Pro. Mickey Thompson, I think it's an ET Street, just a regular ET Street. Yep, ET Street front. 27 by 6.0 by 17. 27 by 6 by 17. All right, let's weigh the ET Street front. 28 pounds wheel and tire. Brembo wheel with a 255 40 19. Probably gonna be 90 pounds. Oh, not that much. I thought it was gonna be a lot more. So I'm only really saving, I don't know, 20 pounds per side, maybe? Not even. 28 to 55. Boy, but maybe the rolling resistance will make up the difference. But weight savings, 20-ish pounds? Well, that brings an end to this test. It rubs. So it needs either a 18-inch or, I don't know, some kind of different offset in order for it to fit. But on a Brembo wheel, Brembo brake package, a 17-inch front won't fit. So hey, test can't be done. So yeah, I guess I'll teach you that. So maybe a different offset when it comes to like the depth of the pad here will make a difference. But right now, she don't fit. Ain't gonna work. But before I finish, at least you'll kind of get a sense as to what it would have looked like. But I'm not gonna get TBMs on this thing, tiny brake manufacturers. No way. I like a big brake. I'll just get a lighter rotor and maybe get an 18-inch dedicated drag pack when time comes, but test will not be done today. All right, as you saw, I tried to get the wheels on the S197 named Donnie, but it didn't fit, so there's not much I could do to that test. And I'm better off that way, honestly, because I think it was going to skew future tests, because let's say if I was able to install the skinnies on the car, then let's say if it would have ran a 12.1, that would have been my benchmark, but then I would have had to overcome that with the stock wheels. So I think it's better to keep the stock wheels on it all the way through, and then at the end when I absolutely need to, let's say if I get to the track and let's say if I'm going 10.0 or if I'm going 10.50 and I want to go 10.40 or something like that, then maybe shove a dedicated drag pack on it. But I want to keep the Brembo brakes. I've always talked to you guys about having a big brake on a big car. A lot of people rely on the weight savings of something like a TBM in aerospace or something like that. Honestly, if I'm going to get brakes on this car, it's going to be a set of Willwood 6 pistons because I want the car to stop. I have a set of lightweight 6-piston Willwood brakes on the GT500, and at 170 miles an hour in the quarter, I was able to stop that car easily without having to deploy the parachute. And I think that's, for a street car, I think that's desirable to have a good set of brakes. I get it, the car will run quicker and be lighter and have less rolling resistance with a set of tiny brakes, but to me, that doesn't serve well for it being a street car, because you're not going to pull the parachute if you're racing somebody on the street if you really need to come to a stop suddenly. If you do, you're weird. Or, most of us don't even have the parachute on the back or even have a parachute. Like Donnie's never going to get a parachute, okay? The moment this thing goes 9190, I'm done. This car's going to get sold and move on to another project. So there's no reason to go crazy with the brakes. Maybe a lightweight rotor set with the stock 4-piston Brembo. I think they're 4-piston Brembo. You might correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys love to correct me when I'm wrong. And then just keep it that way, and I'll get an 18-inch drag pack in the front if I need to. I already have many S197 rear wheels to go on this car, so no real reason to go all out now. But for now, I'm going to see how far I can take it with the stock wheels and the sticky set of rubber like ET Streets or something similar, so that it is more street car and more of a apples to apples comparison with what we've been doing with the subsequent testing. All right, guys, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and the small little update. I'll see you guys on Sunday night on Peasant Chat, Tuesday night on Talking Shit, and Thursday for YDBT Daily. See you guys later. Bye.